Welcome to NABOR's Allied and Affiliate Spotlight Show, the show that gives you tips and strategies, tools and resources to help you save time and money, streamline your daily tasks, grow your business, help you become more successful, and advance your career. And our Allied and Affiliate members will be the source of all this wonderful information. My name is McCloskey. I am the president of NABOR and your host. In today's episode, you will hear from Lewis from Preferred Builders, and you'll also hear from Audra with Hughes Exterminators. All right, so welcome, Audra and Lewis. How are y'all doing today?
Doing very well, thank you.
Yeah, doing good.
Awesome. So thank you for joining us today. Just wanted to reach out to have the NABOR members get a little more information on some of our allied and affiliates companies. So thank you for being our guinea pigs. So I'm just going to ask you both questions and I'll kind of bounce back and forth between the two of you. So Audra, tell me a little bit about your business.
So Hughes Exterminators is part of the Aero Exterminators family of companies, which was started in 1964 in the Atlanta area in the back of a hair salon. So we are now a 57-year-old, third generation family-owned company. And we literally grew our company through real estate relationships. Our founders, Starkey and Imogene Thomas, Starkey was the pest control, and Imogene was a realtor. So they saw the natural affinity of working together on real estate transactions and of course, the termite inspection, as it was called back then. So now we have 139 service centers in 12 states. We're the second largest privately held pest control company in the country. And I am on a team of 12 people that do nothing but participate in, promote, and help our real estate partners. We not only sponsor classes and things of that nature, we provide a free CE class to our realtor partners. It's a 3-credit class, all on the WDO inspection and what goes on the report, what should never be on the report, and so on. So we do a lot of things we feel like to just help support their goals, and it's something that's very important to us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Lewis, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, our business is myself and my son. So we're a small company, but we've been in business for over 20 years. July of this year will be our 21st year in business. We do new home construction, a lot of high-end and interior remodeling, and just a little bit of commercial, like TI work. So office spaces, restaurants, things like that. My background is I have a degree in building construction from the University of Florida. My father was an architect, so I come by this honestly, and my son is learning the business. So
wonderful. Working with family, huh? That's always fun.
It is. It actually really is.
It is. I absolutely am. I work with my father and my sister as well. So I know the feeling. So it's a wonderful thing. So Darin, you're the bug guy.
Yeah, we love that name.
Welcome, Darin. Thanks for joining us. Audra had mentioned that you'd be on in case we have any specific bug questions. So thanks for joining us today.
Okay.
Wonderful. So actually, Lewis, I'm going to throw this one back to you. What's the most important product or service that you can provide, and what makes it unique with all the other builders in Southwest Florida?
Well, what makes it unique is my personal involvement in every job. I think, nothing against the larger companies, but what gets lost is the personal one-on-one relationship.
Right.
I value that, and I think my clients value that, which is why we get the business that we get. They can contact me directly, They can contact Kyle directly. Either one of us are available, email, text, phone. So, I think a lot of times with, some other contractors, you don't get that. You can't call the owner.
Right.
If you're frustrated or you need an answer.
I love that. Audra, I'm going to throw this one to you. So what makes Hughes unique compared to other local exterminators?
Well, outside of some of the services we provide, like free pre-listing inspections for your sellers and those types of services, the thing that really separates us is we are what is called a Quality Pro company. And that is a designation that's given out by the National Pest Management Association that less than 3% of pest control companies actually qualify for. And it's a designation very similar to the realtor designation, in that we have to operate under a certain set of business ethics in order to maintain that designation. And it's not only how we grow our company, it's how we apply pest control. We must do it in the most environmentally responsible manner possible. It's also how we hire, train, and retain all of our employees. Every person goes through a criminal background check. We have to take a drug test. We have to submit our driving history. We have to take an online driving course and test, and an on-road driving test. And if we're ever an offender bender, whether it's our fault or not, we get to start the whole process over. Our guys must show up in clean uniforms. There's just a lot that goes into the background of the company to ensure that we're presenting the most professional image to the realtors and their clients. And like I said, less than 3% qualify for the designation. So we're in good company.
Right. Yeah, that's very impressive. That I did not know that. So that was very cool. So Darin, is there anything you want to jump in and say here about the business?
Well, I would tell you, I've been in the business now 18 years, and it hasn't changed a lot. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say it hasn't changed a lot, I mean, it's still about customer service, and that's what we're built on, and that's what people still expect. Now, there are a lot of companies out there that, don't provide the customer service that we do. Our motto, it's on our vehicles, it's what we teach, and breathe and train on, is going beyond the call, doing those little things for our customers and our potential customers. That does separate us from the umpteen masses of companies that are out there. As Audra said, with the Quality Pro, that is something that we take a lot of pride in, because there are very few companies that actually are a part of that. It's an extensive training program to know what we're doing, how we're supposed to do it. So that, along with our own core values, just separates us from just the guy driving down the road that's got a tank in the back and, oh, I'll take care of you type of thing. We do everything in writing. That way it holds us accountable and protects the customer as well. So that's what we believe, just having that clear conscience when we go home every day, that we've done everything that we can in that environmentally protective type of manner, and making sure that we're giving our customers the best value we can.
Awesome. Thank you. So Louis, I could see how having direct access to yourself and your son could be a benefit to our realtor members when they're talking to their customers about potentially remodeling the house or building something. So other than that, can you think of another reason that your service would be helpful to our members? What else do you do? A pre-listing check? Just trying to get some more for you.
Sure. So what happens, and it happens quite often, is we get a call to go and meet with the client, meet with the home inspector,
Mm-hmm.
Or even just a realtor to walk through a list. Sometimes there's already a list, sometimes there's a list being generated, and we can give an opinion on that. And then if there's work that comes from that, that's great. And if not, then at least we've introduced ourselves to someone that may or may not already know about us.
Nice. I like that a lot. So you're providing value beforehand. I like it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So Audra, can you give us an example of how a realtor has used your service in the past? Have you made some connections here at NABOR and they've implemented your service?
Oh, absolutely. So obviously, like I said, we do the WDO inspection, and we've had numerous realtors refer their clients for those inspections. And then, of course, if we ever find any issues, we can help remediate them. But in addition, we've got tons of realtors that are personally our clients. And so we love to service their homes as well. And we have a referral program for them as if they are our customer, that we do give out referral fees if they have someone that they refer to us. But we have some realtors that will just call us and say, hey, we've got rats in the attic, come on over. And that's what we want to be, the resource. In fact, we've also got a lot that will just, if they run into something they've not seen before, they'll take a photo of that critter, send it to us. During swarm season, flying ants look an awful lot like flying termites. So, we want to provide whatever service we can to help them in their day-to-day operations when it comes to pest control.
Awesome. So Darin, what's your number one bug complaint you get here in Southwest Florida? And it doesn't have to be a 6-legged or 8-legged. It could be whatever.
Well, it's a combination. Typically, the thing that you'll have is either the paradomestic roach, which is, people, they just call them palmetto bugs, but actually there is no such term as a palmetto bug in our business for scientific reasons. But it's usually the American and Australian roach that typically lives outside and comes inside. That's what we get a lot of. And then, of course, the other thing is the different species of ants. And down here in Southwest Florida, there are probably 5 or 6 that are just extremely common. It depends on where you live, what was there before they started building. So typically ants are neighborhood issues. Roaches, are just everywhere, unfortunately, just because of our climate and so forth. But they're kind of the co-amount. I'd say it's really about 50-50 between those two. Just depends on the species of the ant versus typically only two of the roaches that are most common.
Huh. Interesting. Boy. So is it true that there are more, well, I would assume more ants than people on the earth, I would assume. Yes, way more.
By far. By far. Yeah. And termites can go into that. Here in the state of Florida, I would say termites outnumber us by a lot as well, because of the size of colonies and things like that people don't even see till all of a sudden, the walls behind their bathroom showers and so forth are gone, and they don't even know it's gone.
Right.
So they decide to do the remodel that the other guy here does from time to time. He finds it, and they never even knew it happened because it's behind the tile, and they don't need all the wood to where it falls down. So,
right.
Termites are a big issue here in Florida, both the subterranean and, of course, the dry ones that people see tents being put over houses for.
Oh, yes. So, Lewis, speaking of some interesting stories, do you have any fun, interesting stories you'd like to share with us this morning, or I guess it's this afternoon, about some interesting builds you've had?
Well, we've done a lot of interesting stuff. We did built a house downtown for a guy that put a glass walkway from one side of his second floor to the other side of the second floor. So I was the guinea pig. I was the first one. So we're your guinea pigs. I was the first one to walk across the glass walkway after I installed it, not personally, but hired to have it done. So I can remember going up the stairs and putting one foot out on the glass and then looking down at the husband and the wife and having them just look up at me like this. So that was probably the most interesting thing that I've put into a home. I haven't done one since.
Right. Yeah. Those aren't things you typically think to be installed in homes in Southwest Florida. So,
But it's fun. I mean, that's the biggest takeaway from this whole thing is that I enjoy what I do.
right.
And I like the people. So you get the personal touch that I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I like doing different things, even though you may say, oh, well, okay, you're remodeling another condo. It's tear apart the walls and the new cabinets it's not always the same.
Right.
It's never actually the same. People are different. The selections are different. And everybody has some crazy idea that they think is crazy, but I can't wait to try it.
Yeah. That's got to be really, actually, I was thinking that's got to be one of the most interesting parts of your business, because I would think every remodel, every build would be different, and interpreting what your clients' wants and needs are. And if they can fit it in the budget, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not only just the budget, but just logistically, can you make this happen?
Right.
And that's fun too. Just seeing if I can make something happen that maybe isn't supposed to happen or is difficult.
Yeah. Super cool. So Audra, what's a typical question you get asked all the time about your product or service?
I don't know about a typical question. I would say a typical statement that I hear frequently is that a concrete block home can't get termites. And that's just totally false. We run into some of those I guess thoughts that have been continued along the way. In fact, we kind of sometimes feel like that in the block homes, they're just harder to identify because they are behind the walls and so forth, rather than right out there, on the front of the building.
Right. Wow. Well, it makes me think of the Ford Edison estate home, right? It's been in Fort Myers since like the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought, like, how has that thing not been eaten by termites by now? But anywho, that's where my brain goes. So, Louis, anything else? Is there a typical question that you get asked all the time that you'd like to share with us?
Typical question. Can this be done within my budget?
Yes.
And the answer is yes, but you are in control of your own budget.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Your selections, your choices, everything affects the bottom line. And as long as you're willing to work within the parameters that we set, then yes, you can meet your budget.
Yep. Awesome. So Darin, any last words from you? We're almost done here. I want to be respectful of all your time, and I really appreciate y'all jumping on with me today. So I'll give you each of you some last words. So Darin, what about you?
I would say, especially here in Florida, if you don't have termite protection on your home, it's not a matter of if you have them, it's when.
Gotcha.
Sooner or later, they will find you.
Yep.
So you need to have protection on the home, because termites cause more damage and retreatment costs here in Florida than fires, floods, and storms combined every year. It's in the multi millions of dollars every year. So, and most people don't, like Audra said, I don't see it, I must not have it. And that's not necessarily the case.
Right. Yep. So Louis, what about you?
Well, I would say to all of my NABOR fellow members that if you have any construction, remodeling type of questions, and you need someone to bounce something off of, or need a good contact, and you don't already have somebody, in your stable, in your toolbox, that you should absolutely reach out and just give me a call and we'll talk it through.
Wonderful. Thank you. Audra?
I guess I would just say that we look forward to the opportunity to work with all of the members, and that, as I mentioned earlier, we do free pre-listing inspections and we do free home evaluations. So if there's a home they know there's an issue with, it costs nothing for us to come take a look, and we'll inspect attic to curb, see what we think is going on, and provide a quote to help them.
Awesome. Well, thank you. You might have seen me kind of lean out a little bit, and Wade will work to chop this up to turn it into YouTube for each of your companies, and then potentially turn it into a podcast so you can share it if you'd like with your customers. So one of the last things he asked me was if you would like to give us a 30-second elevator speech so that we can use it. We're more than happy to do that. So if you'd like to, please feel free. And if not, we're pretty much done for this afternoon. So would anybody like to give your 30-second elevator pitch before we close?
I'll let Audra do it for us. She's got a better face on for this than I do.
Say I'm Audra with Hughes Exterminators. We are a 57-year-old third-generation family-owned company. We've literally built our company through our real estate relationships, and we offer free pre-listing inspections. We offer WDO inspections for our realtor partners. And as I said earlier, we are a Quality Pro company, which is a designation that is only earned by less than 3% of pest control companies. And it's not only how we apply pest control, we must do it in the most environmentally responsible manner, but it's also how we hire, train, and retain our employees. So every employee goes through a criminal background check. We have to submit our driving history. We have to take an on-road driving test, an online driving test. And all of this is really just to not only ensure we're presenting a professional image, but also if you're ever in a vacant home with one of our employees, we've all been vetted. And so it's for safety reasons as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Audra. Louis, would you like to, or are you happy?
Sure, why not?
Sure. So go ahead and give us.
Oh, you froze there for a moment. Say that again, please.
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead and give us your 30-second elevator speech.
Okay. So my name is Louis with Preferred Builders. If you have any construction or remodeling needs, here's my business card. You should give us a call. It's free to talk. You just have a conversation. If you've got something, we're already in the building, you want to show me, we could take a look at that and be happy to help you out. No pressure, no commitment. Just give us a call.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Well, thank y'all so much for your time this afternoon, and Wade will do a wonderful job. I'm just sure of it, and really appreciate your time. And I hope that this sparks some interest for all of your companies. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. Meet y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.